to discuss about social economy. Why first social economy? Because social economy is the, let's say, the umbrella concept that includes also social enterprises and other types of entities that provide this social impact in the community or society. The social economy entities share some common principles. Three are important main concept for them. First of all is the primacy of people as well as social or environmental purpose over profit. The reinvestment of most of the profit or surpluses to carry out activities in the interest of members or society at large. And the third one is democratic or participatory governance. As you can see in the figure, you can observe that social economy is only in that part, is not so big, let's say, is between private and public services, and also between private companies and non-profit organizations. And of course, you can include here NGOs, but NGOs with economic activities, and also cooperatives or credit unions. And also we will discuss about some of them when we will discuss about the national context in each country. For example, in Romania, we have mutuals, but this part with cooperatives are not so well developed, which is not the case, for example, in Italy, where the cooperatives are very well developed. If we move from the social economy to see which are the main entities that can be included in the concept, we can observe that we have here cooperatives and credit unions, also associations and foundations, and mutual benefit societies. These are main organizations, but in each country you can find some other entities that can be included in this concept of social economy. Depends what are the characteristics of each country. For example, in Romania, we have also limited liability companies included in social economy, but these limited liability companies should fulfill also the characteristic of social economy. So the social enterprise spectrum include different kind of organization that could be considered as social enterprises. But if we look at the main characteristic of social enterprise, which is, let's say, one of the organizations that are included in social economy, we should have the as the primary objective to achieve a social impact rather than generating profit for owners or shareholders. But this doesn't mean that we don't have economic activity. Social economy or social enterprise means also economic activity and social objectives. The second issue is to use its surpluses mainly to achieve these social goals. And the third characteristic is that it should be managed in an accountable, transparent, and innovative way, in particular by involving workers, customers, and other stakeholders affected by its business activity. Okay. As I mentioned before, we have as the main characteristic this social dimension, the entrepreneurial dimension, and also the governance dimension. What means entrepreneurial dimension? This means that social enterprise must be engaged in economic activity. And this means a continuous activity of production or exchange of goods or services. The part with social dimension means that a social aim is one that benefits the community or society from the activity of social enterprise. Must have a limited distribution of profit or asset. This means that the profit or surpluses should not be distributed between shareholders. The main part of this should be distributed to other activities carried out by to achieve this social impact. The other characteristic is that it should be independent from public organization, from state, and should have an inclusive governance characterized by participative or democratic decision-making processes. If we look at the differences between social enterprises and private companies, we can observe that the aim of a social enterprise is to produce goods or services for the common needs of members or a community, and to provide welfare not only for shareholders, but also for the community or society at large. In the same time, the private company looks mainly at the profit. If we look at the management, the decision-making process should involve consultation with all people that could be affected by the activity, and also with the people that work in this social enterprise. That's why this participative decision-making process means that could be slower and could take more time than in a normal company. The right to vote, if we look at cooperatives, here we have a principle that are regulated in the at the international level, which means one person, one vote. For this reason, each member in a cooperative should have one vote at the end. And this principle don't give the opportunity to members that have more shares to have, let's say, a more powerful position in the decision-making process. No. The profit distribution should be limited in a social enterprise. In a private company, profit is distributed by dividends according to the registered capital. And the beneficiaries of the work, in case of social enterprise, the focus is on the needs of the community or of the members or the clients. And in case of the private company, the focus is more on client than on the other part, community or society, let's say. Because now we discuss not only about social enterprises, we discuss about social business, we discuss about social entrepreneurs. I will just introduce to you the concept of social entrepreneur, which is a person who establishes an enterprise, could be NGO, limited liability company, cooperative, mutual, with the aim of solving also social problems or effecting social change, not only to gain profit for himself or herself. According to the European Commission, social entrepreneurship has more an individual connotation, while social enterprise underlines the role of community or collective endeavors.